Hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy X, my review of this game. Fucking hell, this game was good. This is what I expect from a Final Fantasy game. Everything about this, there were some things which weren't the best. Like, I see why people don't like Blitzball. It kind of takes you out of the whole entire game but that's what mini games do. Like if you look at mini games of Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 12, all of them, they kind of take you out of the story, which is fine. They're made to be like something else to do to make the story longer for the game itself. But damn, that was good. There were some parts of the game which could have been completely removed. The Yugevin fight didn't have to be so fucking annoying. Like, Yugevin didn't have to heal himself the whole time, and also didn't have to cast Auto Life on everybody. And then the part just before you reach Surject, when the tower fell down and you had to go into the tower and then you had to chase fucking crystals. Yeah, that did not have to be there at fucking all. That was a completely pointless waste of time. Otherwise, I actually thought almost everything was good. The storyline was great. Much better than what I fucking remember. It was hella dark. Like, one of the first cutscenes you see with Sin is Sin killing a kid. Hot damn. It was sad. I actually felt for the characters in this game. Like, I liked all the characters. It was good. This was a good game. A good game and a good Final Fantasy. Hello. There's a little cutscene at the end here, and we will look at this. I thought this only happened if you got 100%. Okay, no. So there is a 100% cutscene as well, pretty sure. And it's not that. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying. This game is what I expect from a Final Fantasy game. Storyline was pretty good. It wasn't the best storyline, but actually it was good. I've heard of the complaints about this game when it came out. There's been less complaints the longer the game's come out, the longer the game's been around, because every game after 10 was a big downgrade to the Final Fantasy series. Like 12, I liked 12 the first time I played it because I was a Final Fantasy nerd. Second time I played it, I fucking, as you've seen, didn't like it. 13, I actually didn't like 13 all that much. I enjoyed it while I was playing it the first time. Then, after playing it, I started to not enjoy it. Second time I played it was a bit better, but a massive decrease from this game. Same with 13.2 and 13 Lightning Returns and Type 0. Final Fantasy 15, I think, is on the right track. True, there's a lot of the storyline that you don't get, and I think they should have made, like, the movie, the anime movie, or some of the TV series, the anime series, could have been put into the game at the very start. I think that would make Final Fantasy 15 so much better. One of the complaints I got from one of my viewers was the fact that Final Fantasy 15 didn't have a storyline, but there is a storyline. You just have to get past the big fucking the major part of the film or the game. You have to get past like the major part, and then the storyline builds up pretty fast. But there's no backstory, so you don't know much beforehand. You don't know why he was sent away or anything like that, which you find out soon afterwards, which is fine. Like, I actually quite enjoyed 15. I enjoyed the gameplay in 15. I enjoyed it quite a lot. This, however, has very little faults. The storyline was actually pretty good. The storyline was like, you had the Sephiroth kind of character, Sephiroth, Kefka, Lavos, that kind of character where he just wanted to destroy everything for the sake of destroying everything. I got Seymour's motive. If everyone's dead, they can't feel any sorrow. I get that motive. I hate that motive, but I get it. It's the same kind of motive that Sephiroth had and Kefka. To me, he's the main villain in the game. True, Yevon's technically the main villain, but not really. Seymour is the main villain. In this game, Seymour is, in my opinion. Sin is like the character you're meant... Like, that's your objective. Seymour is a villain arrives. Like, he just turns up. He isn't the sole purpose for your mission. Like, your mission is to kill Sin. Seymour tries to use Sin to kill everything. Which is very villainous. Yevon was different. Yevon created Sin to be like mankind's... I don't think they really explain why Yevon summoned Sin, but all I can think of is Yevon summoned Sin so that they could defeat Bevelle, and then after defeating Bevelle and killing a lot of the human race, they said that Machina is bad, which is what Bevelle used to destroy Zanarkand. So I understand his way of thinking. He might have done it wrong though, and then he went to live forever. But whatever. I don't think they ever say if Yevon was a male or female, but whatever. Yeah. What else do I have to say about this? There's not much else to say. I think the game itself is really good. The combat is my kind of combat. I like turn-based strategy, turn-based RPG games. I thoroughly enjoy them when they're turn-based. I really didn't like 12 combat system at all. Don't like 13's combat system as much. I think if they had 13's combat with 12's gambit, that would be a lot better. That would actually make 13 a lot more enjoyable. But I don't see why they have to veer away from this and go towards more action based. Like, look at Octopath. It sold really, really damn well, and it's a traditional turn-based RPG, and it's really popular. So why do you have to get rid of this? And I think the combat in this game is good. I really like the leveling up in this game as well. That's something I thoroughly enjoyed in Final Fantasy X. And when they brought it in Final Fantasy 13, that was something I really, really liked in 13. I was like, this is amazing. I want to use this. This Crystarium is like a shitty version of Sphere Grid, but it's still amazing. And it's probably one of the reasons I actually quite like Path of Exile, is it's got the Sphere Grid. So many things. so many things about this game. The music is on point. It is just so goddamn good. The final boss, jacked. Fuck you, Evan. The final boss is just crazy. Like, the music for that is perfect. It is really heavy and perfect. When the game wants you to be sad, they put really, really sad, melodramatic music and make you sad. And it is just so good. The hymn of the faith is... this game. I think 10-2 has better... well, not all better music, but there is definitely a better song. 10-2 has one, like, probably my favourite song in all of Final Fantasy. Closely followed by Sephiroth. The boss fights aren't too long, which is a great difference from, say, 13, 15. 12 was quite bad at times. They're not that long. They last less than, well, half an hour. I know it sounds weird, but they last less than half an hour. I got through the whole entire end sequence and fought 2 bosses in 45 minutes. That's including the end credits. Not all the end credits. The end cutscene, the cutscene before the boss, the cutscene during the 2 boss fights. It is so much better. The time flow in this game is so much better. And it is 36 hours of gameplay that 39 hours of gameplay that I enjoyed. I enjoyed every minute of this game except you, Yevon. Yeah. Oh, and the part just before you get to eject. Fucking hated that. The biggest gripes I have about the game, of course, are you, Yevon. Could have been done better. I understand what they were going for. Could have been done better. That's the only thing I have a gripe about him. I would have liked there to be consequences, like, I can die, would have been great, but I can't. So it's like, fuck it, I don't care. What else? The part just before eject is fucking dumb, and it is completely pointless. There is no point to it. Why is it there? No one fucking knows. There's nothing about it. Like, what is this for? And then unskippable cutscenes. I get it's an older game, and unskippable cutscenes is very common in older games. But this was remastered, and I'm pretty sure they could have just put in a cutscene, cut the cutscene, or skip the cutscene. When they remastered it, no one would have cared. Actually, people would have been happy, because when you want to play it again, like, not Final Fantasy 10 and New Game Plus, because this game doesn't have a New Game Plus. Holy shit. It's before the New Game Pluses came out. A skip cutscene would have made this game so much better. The replayability would have been so much fucking more. True, the cutscenes aren't insane, but it's still... the game does linearity well. It doesn't make you... doesn't feel like you're running down hallways, partially because of the random generated fights. But there's like cut-offs everywhere. You don't have to... well, you have to go down that hallway, but they're short. They're not stupidly long, like in 13, where the fucking hallway is dumb long, and 12 as well. Some of the maps were just unnecessarily huge. Like, why? At least 15, it's huge because it's one world. There's no except at the end, there's no like path to go down, so you just go in a car and fuck off. Yeah, I can't praise this game enough. Oh, I know what this game was missing. It was missing scenery. Well, wasn't missing scenery. It was missing the prettiness of 13, of 12, of 15. Especially 13 was super, super, super pretty. But this was also the first game that had this kind of aesthetic. It was the first PS2 game. Yeah, I really like this, and I would gladly play it again. I wouldn't have any qualms about playing this again. Now, to give it a rating out of 10, probably a 9 or an 8.5. 8.5 at the lowest out of 10. It's my favourite. I was debating whether this or 15 was my favourite of the two. 15 has really... I know some people hate it. I like the combat system, but it's not just the combat system. It's... the world is nice. The lore is whatever. The storyline is whatever. The minigames in 15 are amazing. Like, the fishing is great. The fishing is so much better than I've played in any game. The hunts are super fun. Changing your car is pretty fun. Chocobo races, like there's so much in 15 that's really good, but it's not part of the main game, which is weird as hell. So I like that. I like 15, but not for the game, but not for the main part of the game. Like not for what the game is meant to be, but for everything else. Yeah, it's a really, really, really good game. May not be a great Final Fantasy, but it's still better than 13. It's still better than 12. But this is definitely my favourite out of the ones I've played. So 15, 13, 2, 13 Lightning Returns, Type 0, and 12. Type 0 is still my worst. Lightning Returns is second worst. 12 is third worst. And then it goes 13, 2, 15, 10. Next game on the list is 10-2. That's a game. That's a game that's got a lot of hate, and some other people fucking love it. All I remember is I disliked it. But I also liked Final Fantasy 12. So things have changed since I was young. Anyway, thank you all for watching. This game was a great pleasure to play. I got irritated at times, but whatever. I'm gonna be sad to see it go, but I've got other games to play. Thank you very much, Square, for making a great game like this. Please go back to this shit. Please don't bring out that Final Fantasy VII Remake shit. That game looks fucking horrendous. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all soon. Have fun, and bye bye.